Should I invest my money in real estate or should I invest in stocks? That is a question somebody asked us on our platform following the last video we did on investing in stocks. Well, it's an interesting question. I wouldn't want to be judgmental in giving you an answer. But your decision to invest in stock or real estate is yours to decide. Mine is to explain to you both opportunities that are in both type of investment and the risk that are prevalent in such type of investment. If you had asked me what I would have done investing in stock or real estate, I would have given you my own answer. But you should know that we don't have the same risk appetite. We don't have the same perception when it comes to risk or the kind perception when it comes to investment. That is why you can see somebody liking a white car, another one preferring a red car, somebody preferring a story building, somebody preferring a bungalow, one preferring to buy SUVs, another one preferring to buy your normal other type of cars. You understand? These are various appetite. It's a function of what one decides or what one likes. So when it comes to investing in stock or investing in real estate, we're just going to explain to you, then you're going to decide on your own on which one to invest in. Because whether you're investing in stock or you're investing in real estate, they have their own risk. Yes, there are risks inherent in investing in stock. There are risks inherent in investing in real estate. Now, let me share this story with you. It's going to help you make up your mind or understand the risks that are inherent in real estate. A friend of mine got a property for about 10 million in a very good, promising location. In less than 6 months, somebody wanted to buy that same property for 25 million. You can do the math and look at the percentage increase from 20 to 25 million. That is the story of the young man. The same person got another property in another location for 12 million. And the problem he's been having with that location is flooding. So now he's begging people to sell that property. The highest he has gotten for that property so far is 5 million. Remember, he bought that property for 12 million. So now he's losing about 7 million in this one, while the other one is getting about 15 million difference. It just gives us an idea. So what if he had only 12 million to buy that first property without buying the second one, meaning he will be losing? Or we know of the story of the beachfront that was built in Lagos that has been demolished now for the superhighway. That investor is losing over 1 billion in that particular property. That's the investment in real estate. You can invest in real estate and maybe when you didn't do your good homework, you might run into deep waters. So it gives you an idea that sometimes you might make good investment when you invest in real estate if you do the necessary groundwork and you do the necessary feasibility study, assess the real estate or rather the place you want to get before getting it. And don't tell me if you get from real estate company that you are safe. No. Getting from a real estate company does not mean that it is 100% sure. No, it doesn't. You can attest to the fact that the governor of Anambra State or the government of Anambra State revoked some estate licenses in Awka. A lot of people lost their money, they lost their lands because those licenses were revoked. Well, licenses were not given in the first place, but they were selling it as estate land and people bought into them millions of naira and they lost all of them. So don't tell me because you want to invest in real estate and you get it from an estate, meaning it is sure. No, it is not. You need to do your feasibility study and be sure of where you are buying from, what you're buying, the title that land has. Do the necessary groundwork you need to do before investing in such. And also we'll talk about stock. Somebody was telling us of a stock that he invested in. I wouldn't want to call the name of the company invested in. And before you knew what was happening, this company went on, that was bought over, was acquired by another company. And the stock he has lost its value. He bought 1 naira stock at 12 naira. And now the value of that stock has dropped to what? 2 naira 50 kobo. You can do your math of what that person lost. And also we have people that bought stocks at 9 naira then. And today the stock is what, about 34 naira. So there's capital gain and also there's dividend attached to it. So these are just investments you need to know. So what should be the guiding principle that determines what we do with our funds? One, you need to look at the risk. First, you identify the risk that is inherent in that your investment. What are the risks? What are the exposure? What are things that are likely going to go wrong with that investment? Two, you assess the risk. After identifying the risk, you assess the risk and look at the prevalence of that risk to affect or erode your investment. You need to assess it, you need to analyze it, you need to evaluate it, and see if you can control such risk. If you can control such risks, well, it is a good one, but if you cannot control it, we will not advise you to go into that investment. And also, which kind of funds do you have that you want to play with, that you want to invest with now? Which kind of fund? Is it a long-term fund, a fund that you will not want to use for like 5-6 years? Or is it a fund you will not want to use for 2 years or 1 year? You begin to look at that. It's going to help your investment decision. If it's funds you will not use for 5-6 years, then you can go into stocks. If it's funds you cannot use for like 2 years, you can go into property. If it's funds you cannot use in 1 year, also you can go into property, not stocks. Because for stocks, you must be ready for the long haul. So these are some of the things you need to think about. These are some of the things you need to look at. Which kind of company are you investing in for stock? The land you want to buy, what is the title? Have you done your search from the Ministry of Lands? Are you sure it's not encumbered? You know, sometimes some of us will say because the land has CFO, CFO is a final title. No, we've had people that lose their lands because the CFO is encumbered. They lost their lands, they lost their investment. So these are some of the things you need to look at. Do your necessary study, identify the risk, analyze the risk, assess the risks, evaluate the risk, see if you can control it, which kind of funds that you have. These are things you need to look into. And you need to analyze them very well before making your investment decision. It is important. So I will not tell you to invest in real estate in favor of stock or invest in stock in favor of real estate. Evaluate all these things we've said. But if you want me to tell you what I will invest in, well, I can do that for you and tell you the one I will invest in. You're free to ask your questions. You're free to share your opinion. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I'm going to stop here for now. We'll see you in our next video. Thank you.